day and welcome to your maiden edition of Discourse with Olufemi and Oluwaisaac. Yeah. Don't get confused, I'm the Femi actually.
I'm the Isaac, Oluwaisaac.
This is the show where we get to discuss and talk everything life and events as it happening or probably going to happen.
Anything just going on in our society.
Exactly. And so our main topic will be culture or civilization. And the point we'll be mainly looking at is that a child's first tongue should be what? Is it the mother's tongue or the civilized Lingua Franca, which is the English?
I will go with English.
Let me learn.
I will surely go with English. I don't know, I don't care. Maybe we just finish the show from the onset, but I'm going with English.
You're going with English. Well, it's like you read my mind, or you were too forward, but I was probably going with the mother tongue because
that's nice. That's a great argument.
Yeah. Because mostly these days, we Nigerians, we tend to forget what we stand for and what we represent. It's not just about being Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa or anything, but we tend to follow the trend of what foreigners, what outsiders are doing. Recently, I was going home and I was in a cab and there was this girl behind me who wanted to pay a cab driver, and she was like, "Driver," she wanted to pay with her left hand, and the driver was like, "You have to use your right," and she was complaining, grumbling, just because she was told to change to the right. You know, there's no way that child would have been brought up in her mother's tongue that she would know paying with the left hand is wrong.
No,
it's not about belief or anything. It's just morals.
Let me just disagree with that first. You see, thank you for mentioning morals. One thing is that I can't go out now and decide to pay the cabman with my left hand as a Yoruba guy.
Hey, that you are.
So don't just confuse the language with the morals. It's different. Our culture is wide. We have our cultural values, we have our cultural morals, and we have language, which is a very integral part of culture. So the fact that she was not trained to speak Yoruba doesn't mean she should be rude. I just see that as rudeness.
You just see that as rudeness.
Yeah. She might be trained to use her right hand, but she decided to use
her left hand. The point she made was that because she's left-handed, that's why she's playing with her left hand.
Let's say she's right.
Let me tell you something. There's no way you'll be mentioning our culture, our language, without mentioning morals. Like you were trained, so let me even ask you, this one you are defending English as a language like you were born British. Okay. What language were you trained with?
I was trained with my local dialect. That's the Yoruba language. And
I'm proud of Yoruba. Okay, fine. Look at you. And was there a way you were trained with your Yoruba language that you weren't told when you wake up in the morning, you prostrate and greet your parents?
That's our value.
That's your values. Yes. It is part of morals too.
It's part of the morals, but not the language.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that you see most of these people, children, trained with English language. Okay. You know, they tend to believe English has no respect. Like you say in Yoruba at times, you do like "Daddy e ka lesa," and you want to talk to someone your age or younger, you say "Ka le." You understand? But English, good evening is good evening. Either you're old, either you're young, or anything.
Yeah, it's because of the structure of the language.
Yeah, but
there are respect in English. That's how we have Mr., Mrs. We have Chief. We have things like that.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that even some of the people that were trained in Yoruba, just because they want to follow the trend and stuff, the lady I'm talking about, she might be trained with Yoruba, but just because she wants to follow the trend, she's just forgetting her values, she's forgetting who she really is. She paid with the left hand.
Yeah, that's one of the problems really. That's her own personal problem. Me arguing with you, defending English, saying I will train my kid with English, things like that. There's my values, a lot of cultural values and beliefs that I have that I can't play with. So I can't joke with them.
So you mean if you give birth to a child today, the first language you'll be teaching your child is English language?
I will train him or her with English language.
Wow, that's wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's wrong.
Wait,
you want to say it's wrong?
That doesn't mean she's not going to understand what she needs to know about the Yoruba culture.
No,
we have our way of doing things.
Let me tell you something. The kind of life you want for yourself and your children is that kind of luxury life. Live in an estate, you're either in your bungalow, in your semi-detached or whatever building you have managed to build. And this kind of environment, you hardly hear mother language being spoken there. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. And our education system these days, people, schools barely teach languages. The only language they speak and communicate with in school is English. Even when we're in school, even if you speak Yoruba, they will tell you will be paying some amount for vernacular.
Okay, let me tell you something. Even if I take my kid to any class school, any school, whatever it is, one of them was part of the courses he or she is going to offer there. Then Yoruba is a
So
very
why can't you
integral
now
subject.
why can't you now train our child
No.
with Yoruba from the scratch?
Okay, reason being that how will my girl, let's say my girl now, probably as a 3 years old or a 4 years old, communicating among her peers. Okay, her friend is Igbo or Hausa. How do you expect her to communicate in the neighborhood? How do you expect her?
One thing is that a 3-year-old or 4-year-old child, you can't deny the fact that that child surely must be in school. Well, no matter the age group, the class or anything.
She should be in
she
school. She
surely
can
be in
learn
school.
Yoruba.
Yeah. But one thing is that I was trained with Yoruba. I was even trained with a dialect, Ijebu to be precise.
Wow.
And learning these morals and values was just an integral part of my life. I learned it every day. And still, it was in school I get to learn most of this English and speaking fluently.
That's what I want.
Just because I was trained with Yoruba doesn't mean I won't speak English fluently.
Thank you. The fact that I was trained with Yoruba too doesn't mean I should train my kids with Yoruba too. The fact that I learn English in school doesn't mean my kids should learn English. My kids should learn English at home. Then go to school and learn the Yoruba.
But do you think when you get to that stage, you won't totally forget the morals part?
I won't forget the morals part.
Are you sure?
Because every day I prostrate for my mother, for my father, and everyone that are elders in the society. So my kid must do the same thing.
Okay.
Don't let us mix the language and the morals.
Okay. But
the fact that in English now we all know that the English culture does not allow you to prostrate or kneel down as a sign of greeting. It is handshake. My kid can't come back from school and say, "Daddy, what's up?" No. My kid will not.
Are you saying you will kind of slap or beat your child?
I'm not saying I'm going to slap or beat.
Yeah, what if your child does that?
You can't do that because I want to train him in the proper way.
What if he gets for it and does that?
You can't get for it. It is me.
Okay. Let me make another valid point.
Okay.
You're saying you will train your child with English, right?
Yes.
What if you get a wife like me, who's ready to train your child with Yoruba?
Thank you. The human brain is complex. So my wife can decide to be a teacher in his or her school. So
I mean the home.
The home, yes. That's what I'm saying. She should be the teacher in. She can be a teacher there in this school. But in my house, my kids are speaking English.
So then why do people attach speaking English?
And my wife and I must agree before we even give back to any child.
So you mean if you can't agree on the fact that you are training your child with either English or Yoruba, you'll be calling off.
Sure, you should be agree. I'll give her valid reasons. Just the way I'm giving.
And you can't even convince me. How will you even convince your wife?
Because we are not ready to be convinced.
My wife is not ready to be convinced too.
It is our marriage. We are both supporting the marriage.
Oh,
and I'm giving my point. She can have better points.
And what if you ask better points than I do?
Let me get married then. After I get married, we are going to discuss that.
So then,
but for now, my kids are learning English.
So okay.
As their major language.
So and another mistake.
So one thing is that let's be frank with ourselves. We both know that the fact that we do not use English as our major language is affecting us in some area. Look at my dad. Let a girl from Britain start before me and speak her English. No, even you yourself will be convinced that wow, English.
You know why I'm speaking?
Look at the way I'm speaking mine.
Look at this.
It's not the way.
Do you know why?
We are in an era of civilization.
Do you know why a British girl will speak British? Do you know that this is one of the reasons why I love these South Americans or Latinos? You can go to Spain and expect to hear English. You can go to Portugal or Brazil or whatever.
Okay, look at the Spanish. They were colonized by an Spanish-speaking country.
You mean Portugal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nigeria, we were colonized by the Britain. So please let's adopt their language. Since our language is not even working for. Okay, now you expect me to be speaking Yoruba. You are Hausa, speak Hausa. Everyone speak their own dialect. So now do you expect unity? You are looking for national unity.
You are trying to digress my point.
I'm not trying.
No, wait. Hold up. What I'm trying to say is that I'm not saying the child should learn English.
Okay.
I'm saying as the first tongue, what should the child learn? So you are saying a child can learn English on the long run.
Okay.
Like I learned English on the long run. But what I'm saying is that majorly when a child is born, what language should the child speak? I watched a video on YouTube recently, and a white man who came down from whatever country he came from, and he's studying Yoruba. He knows a lot about Yoruba culture, and he said he made a valid point, which is one of the main reasons why I think we need to buttress more on this point, is that we Yoruba, we are forgetting our culture. He said, on the long run, just the way the whites are teaching us English, the whites will teach us how to speak our own Yoruba language. And what do you think is the major factor why people are forgetting that trend that this is what we represent, this is what we stand for? That will make a white man understand that he and his children will learn Yoruba, and on the long run, the way he's forecasting it, the whites will still teach us how to speak our own Yoruba.
Let me ask you a quick question. Are you standing for the Yoruba?
Yeah.
So why are we doing this program in English? Because let me just, because even the white man that is saying the same thing. I know if he's watching this program, he's going to be proud. He'll be like, wow, they are speaking the language I understand. So, speaking Yoruba, I mean, I'm not saying I'm against Yoruba because it's my language or any other local language in Nigeria. But let's teach our kids English language. Let them know it from the onset. When they get to school, I'm even in support of. I'm not in support of scratching Yoruba in school. That's why I can't take my kid to any school that they don't teach my local dialect. I can't do it. So let them learn English at home.
One thing is that everything you've been saying is just like going in circles.
Okay.
The reason is because you are not against Yoruba. You want your child to learn. You want your child to learn it in school. So why can't you teach your child originally from home?
I'm surely speaking.
Your this young child will learn English better. Let me say something.
Okay.
In English and Yoruba, no matter how much they teach Yoruba in the school, in between English and Yoruba, which one do you think they will teach a child the more?
My child already.
Oh, which one do you think they will teach a child the more?
Already know it.
No, I'm not saying maybe let's say for instance, the child doesn't know how to speak any language.
Okay.
Just ta. So which language do you think a child will learn the more when he gets to school?
Hey, they are teaching.
Which language?
It's because they are teaching.
Oh my, which language?
It's because they are teaching in English.
No, it's because they are teaching. No, you are not even answering my question directly.
No, that I'm
You are trying to avoid my question.
I'm not avoiding it.
You are avoiding my. No, you are just trying to evade my question.
I'm not evading.
I said okay. Now answer honestly and be straightforward. I want a yes or yes answer.
Okay.
When if a child goes to school,
Okay.
between English and Yoruba, we all know English will be taught far better than Yoruba. No matter how much the school values Yoruba culture or whatever.
It depends on those that are in class.
Oh, yes.
In the school, there will be different people from different culture, different language. So at least that's why I'm saying English is the universal language. Let's embrace this English. When you go to school, you are taught in English. If you are filling the bank teller, are you writing Yoruba? Even your phone. When the code written in Yoruba, it was written in English. Everything is specified. Even in conferences, even the program that we are doing, everything is in English. Please, even there are sometimes that when you too much of languages. Okay, my child can decide that he or she doesn't want to speak Yoruba, and there's nothing I'm going to do about it. It's her right.
For you as a father, you have the authoritative decision to decide what language your child will speak first.
I can decide. That's what I'm deciding already. And before they were born,
and
before they are born, I'm deciding for them. They are going to speak English, and later they can decide to choose. Even if
they can even go and study German.
Anytime.
But one thing is that most times people tend to. Another thing is they tend to mix understanding English language with intelligence. Okay. Do you understand? And they look down on we that speak Yoruba language like we don't know what we're doing, like we are not brilliant and stuff. But this is one of the reasons why I'm so sentimental about speaking English language first to my child. Because when the child grows up, instead of him or her to learn English, Yoruba, when he gets to school, maybe I've taught the child English, just because they look down on people who speak and understand Yoruba, the child, there won't be the will to learn that language again. If you're trying to understand what I'm saying, because you can't argue the fact that people that if you come here now, you start speaking English, and they just be like, you are brilliant. And someone come here now, if you speak Yoruba, they be like, and the
fact that I'm speaking English doesn't mean I'm dead.
No, I know. I'm not saying you. But we're talking general opinion now. Because this topic we are buttressing. Exactly. So which means, let me learn, please. Okay. If I train my child with English language, thinking if the child gets to school, the child will learn Yoruba language. And even schools that teach Yoruba, they intimidate us in wanting to speak Yoruba. Imagine if your child speaks English language at home. and learns Yoruba in school, they'll still say if you speak Yoruba outside your Yoruba class, you have to pay so amount for vernacular speaking. Wait. And the general belief in school is that when you get home, you speak Yoruba at home. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And when does this child get to speak Yoruba we are talking about that you say is core, right? That a child must learn and know, just to promote our values and morals. So now, schools that you're saying they will teach the child, outside Yoruba class she can't speak Yoruba. At home, she doesn't have the opportunity to speak Yoruba.
So you have the opportunity to play around the neighborhood.
Yeah. I mean, when I wanted to start this argument, I also made mention of the fact that you want the luxury life for you and your kids.
Okay.
You live in an estate.
Okay.
You barely have neighbors. Okay. Even if you have one, you barely talk.
So
where do this child tend to flex?
Okay.
This
Let me give you my own
point.
I give back to my child now. 3-4 years after we relocate to the US, and my child, as a Yoruba girl or boy, everything he needs on her head is Yoruba. Now, please, in a new school, how do you expect her to rule?
The same way a white man will come from England or US that doesn't understand Yoruba. We come to Lagos.
That's a difficult challenge. I can't let my kid undergo such. I can't allow my kid to undergo. See, the world is evolving. Everything is moving around. Even tomorrow, we can wake up tomorrow now and we decide to put it in our constitution that okay, no more speaking of Yoruba. Yes, that's our constitution. We own everything. We own the right.
But now, let's try and bring out this point. And I made the point that a child should speak Yoruba, the mother language, should be taught the lyrics, and I was more skeptical about. You were more skeptical about the fact that if your child learns English at home, the child will learn Yoruba in school. Yeah. And I countered that. That's one fact. I want you to bring out facts now, and let's just say I'm winning this argument.
You're not winning.
Wait,
I'm winning. I still have more points. So maybe you should just continue.
Wait, we have more points. We have less time.
Okay.
We have more points. We have less time. Wait.
No, you're taking the victory for yourself. Wait. Okay, now. My wife is Igbo.
Yeah.
And I'm Yoruba.
Yeah. And we are preaching diversity.
Yeah. So now, do you expect me? And I want to be united. Okay. And my wife's family, my in-laws, they want the kid to learn about Igbo. My own family wants Yoruba. And we have a language that everybody understands. Why not go for
it? Okay. But in that kind of situation, what I think will be most necessary is the fact that the kind of environment the child is growing up in. Okay. If your wife is Igbo, you are Yoruba, and the child is growing up in an outside environment. Although this gets tough, but I think the primary language the child should learn is Hausa. No, although it's not your language.
It doesn't come.
It's in English.
It's in English.
But the mode of communication these days, one thing is that be it Yoruba, be it Igbo, Hausa, or whatever mother language, a child should learn first. The kind of environment the child is growing up in. Although I can't say I grew up in a very privileged environment, and I wasn't less privileged. I was just like middle class. But if people around me speak Yoruba, probably that was one of the reasons why my mother taught me.
And that's Yoruba. One of the reasons why you want to train your kid in Yoruba.
But another thing is that my mother didn't really teach me Yoruba, like this Yoruba I was speaking, like Bawo ni Kankan. I was taught in Ijebu dialect. Although I grew up in Ijebu, another valid point. I'm just trying to count. Why am I even counting myself here?
No, thank you. I already win this argument.
But the fact is that, Mr. Oluwaisaac.
Okay.
The fact is that, I learned.
You even put Mr. Oluwaisaac. Now see, everything.
Okay, Oluwaisaac.
No.
Oluwaisaac.
No. That's your first attempt.
Wait.
I won.
Wait. Yeah, you know.
I won.
Okay, let's wait. Okay, before we decide who won. Okay. But before people at home decide who won this argument or who they feel, what they feel about this culture or civilization stuff, is that I made the point that. Sorry, you made the point that my child when he gets to school will learn Yoruba stuff, right?
Sure.
Okay. And I was like, even this school you're talking about that, he said, and I quote, that if the school is not teaching Yoruba, a child can attend the school, right?
Yes.
Now, and I countered that with the fact that even these schools you're talking about, they will tell you can't speak Yoruba outside of Yoruba class, right? I'm sure. Wait, let me land. I'm sure you also experienced that in school.
Yeah.
And if you speak Yoruba, they'll say you pay so amount for fine for speaking vernacular.
That's a low class school. My kids don't attend the low class.
Wait, I didn't attend a low class school. I can't call it a low class.
If it's a low class,
this is a general perspective. People provide us.
If we are not going to change the perspective, who will be you?
No, wait. Let me land. Otherwise, let me land. So And I was like, when a child gets to school, and where does this child kind of learn, speak, to express himself in this Yoruba? At home, that it's an estate. You don't really have, even if you have neighbors, you guys are really conversing, and you're speaking English. And school, where he's supposed to express himself, it's only Yoruba class. Probably the school at the end of the Yoruba, I think just twice in a week, and English is every day. Do you understand? So you know, now look at it. Let's look at it this way. I don't know if that's for you.
Okay.
You can see I'm serious.
I'm shining my eyes.
So the thing is that if you look at this education system, they want you to teach your child your mother language at home. That's why English is taught every day and not your mother tongue. Are you listening with me?
No,
are you listening with me?
I'm listening with you.
So are you listening with the Nigerian government too? Who made English the lingua franca?
That's why I'm saying. See, we have problem with our educational curriculum. So there is their own problem. Okay, even if you are saying that English at home, English in school, only Yoruba class, then I'm going to employ the service of a Yoruba teacher for my kids.
So you are ready to go that extent. Why not save your stress if you can you speak Yoruba?
Money.
Can you speak Yoruba?
I can speak Yoruba, money, so Yoruba.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yes, so it's my money. My kids too will be able to speak the language. They'll be fluent in it.
They'll be fluent in it.
But training them, it will be in English.
It will be in English.
Yes.
So now,
even if they want to learn Yoruba, they should go to church. You can go to any church that's speaking Yoruba.
No, so are you ready to expose the 3-year-old child to go in any church?
His or her mother will say.
Okay, fine. Let's try and conclude here. I won't concur with you.
Neither will I too.
Are you that stubborn?
Inconclusive.
What state are you from?
I'm from Ekiti State.
No wonder. Yeah, I know you are stubborn naturally. No. I know you won't concur with me.
Okay, I won't concur with you.
Let's just say, no matter what you do, no matter the kind of environment a child grew up in, your mother language is very, very essential.
Your mother language is essential. English too is essential.
You agree with
very, very essential. And at the end, if you don't want your own kids to learn English, let them choose whatever language they are. So the child should just be dumb for like 3 or 5 years. And
I was trying to let you reason with me.
I'm not reasoning.
And this you are still arguing.
I'm not arguing.
So wait, we'll just leave it to people at home.
Okay, just judge.
To judge.
But I know you surely support me.
How are you trying to converse?
They will support me.
Are you bribing them already? Don't let him bully his way so you make affecting your decision.
Okay, please. Make your decision.
Be sincere. Comment under this video what you think a child should learn the first. Is it the mother language or the lingua franca? Because we are kind of confused here. If civilization is actually taking over.
He's only convinced. Don't let him convince you. I'm very, very, very convinced that English should be the major language.
Okay. Then, the next episode of this show, we will know by the comments who is actually on the
Actually,
I
win already.
You know the ICV vote.
Okay, let's see.
So we wait and see. So, from us here, my name is Olufemi, and this is Oluwaisaac. We hope we've made you reason. So let's take it back to the days. I hope I'll be able to convince and not to confuse you that Yoruba language is better than speaking English language as the most first.
And I hope that you know that English is still the best language and the major language.
The comment section will decide. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And this is just the maiden edition. I'm
giving you more stuff.
More and more and more.
Back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
He's even speaking English.
So ẹ̀yára ilé ó ti yé yín èmi àti yín one-on-one ege.
That's the end. We are done.
Yeah, discuss.
I am Oluwaisaac. Watch out for more content from us. And don't subscribe to this
confused English nigga. Please make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I know
please subscribe.
I know you understand me. Bye bye. Thank you.
My name remains Olufemi. Until we call your name next week Friday, please keep updating and keep speaking your mother language. Thank you.